Well, hello and welcome back, and thanks for coming back. Where are we? Downtown Paphos, on a little pier to the rear of the Olympic Lagoon Resort. And I've brought with me the most beautiful woman in the world.
Everyone is coming.
And of course her name is Miss Gracivian LeBeau. Oh, Miss Andrea. We're getting attacked on the pier to the rear of the Olympic Lagoon Resort, and the blue Mediterranean Sea is trying to eat us.
Hello everybody. As you understand, when we come to these piers, all the sea want to eat us. How nice to see you again and again.
And again. I tell you can't take her anywhere. It was her idea. Now I've got wet feet again. Look at that. There we are, watching Gracivian LeBeau with wet feet as well. Okay. Anyway, and some more is coming into town. Right, where are we? We are to the rear of the Olympic Lagoon Resort, and we're going to go for a little walk along the coastal pathway. Gracivian LeBeau is now complaining again.
I'm all wet.
Oh, where's your umbrella?
My umbrella is on the other side.
Oh.
Poor me. Why
Poor
the
me.
sea so long?
Well, I'm the one with the really wet feet and the wet jeans. Miss Andrea, get on the price checker.
Look at mine, look at
yours are
mine.
just damp. They're only damp. But what a spectacular view. Feast your eyes and digest. And look at that. Even a sign to warn you that there is caution because there's a wet floor. But look at that for a view. Takes your breath away, and if you're curious to know what time of year it is, well, it's January. At the end of January, maybe, but look at that sky, it's blue. Look at that sea, it's blue. Mr. Ball is dressed head to toe in blue, so all that's actually missing is...
You! Of course you! So get yourself on a big boat, my glasses are wet, or a canoe, and start paddling like crazy, because we are waiting for you. We all waiting just for you.
We are quite simply waiting for you. So let's go and have a mosey on down. This is the coastal pathway to the rear of all the hotels. If you go right, well, you'd go out and keep going to the Rikos Beach, and if you go left, you go out towards Paradise, which of course is the Paphos Promenade and Harbour area. And that hotel there is the Olympic Lagoon Resort. And of course, it's a luxury 5-star hotel in downtown Paphos, and it's quite simply waiting for you. They're doing some improvements at the moment. They're tinkering and tankling around with the swimming pool area, and they're doing some bits and bobs, and I've no doubt the rooms and the restaurant areas and all those kind of things are getting a nice little lick of paint. So let's go and have a look and see if we can sneak in. What do you think, Gracivi?
Of course we can.
Of course
We're
we
getting
can.
invisible.
Yes.
Somewhere where we want to sneak, we suddenly becoming invisible. The people cannot see. By the way, they can run after us.
I think they might run after us, but let's go and have a look. And we're going to take you with us. Here we go. All barricaded off, as you can see. But, well, barricades don't stop us, shall we say. Managers, well, they don't stop us. They shout at us now and again, but they don't actually stop
But
us.
we can run.
We can. Ask these gumbarus if we can have a quick little walk around and go and have a look. These two workers, ask him, say, is it all right for us to go and have a quick walk around and see what he says? Gracivian LeBeau's going to go and ask them, and then we're going to go and have a look. It's hard work, that's for sure. They all seem very, very friendly. He's got a great smile on his face. He's got a big smile on his face. You never know, they might let us go in. Let's go and have a look. Let's have a wander. Let's have a look.
I don't think you understand.
Yeah. No, they don't really seem to care.
I don't think actually, yeah, because there is one hire of another hire.
Yes, there's managers everywhere. Let's go and have a look. Let's go and see what's going on.
They're calling somebody.
Beautiful hotel. See how they stripped all the inner pool out? Ah, okay, right. So they've replaced the liners and they're using like this grit stuff. Do you see, Gracivi? So they're using grey grit, which is stuck onto the internal walls. So of course that will give them much, much less maintenance. And of course it will totally transform the aspect of the pool. It's going to look beautiful. It's going to look absolutely spectacular. Much better than it did before. Well, there's a mini digger. Let's follow the rear end of watching Gracivian LeBeau as she guides us up. Wow. There's some big improvements, that's for sure. You can see that they're chopping all the walls down and doing all this stuff. Yes, you're right, good. See, look at that. So, for those of you who understand what I'm on about,
Wow,
and those of you who don't, you see, they coated it in this grey like a grit. So, much better than tiles and obviously much better than a lino. So it can't rock up. Beautiful. And they're doing all of the pool. Have a look at that. Wow. Feast your eyes and digest. And there's a bit of painting going on, and there's a bit of decorating going on, because they understood that this hotel was not good enough for the so sweet Lady Caroline, and of course, Lord Nigel. He's not just a Nigel, he is Lord Nigel Big Guns.
I remember how I commented about the underneath of the pools, which are situated in Olympic Lagoon. I said, what is this nylon Sherlock Holmes is doing under the water? And yes, look, my dreams came true.
Yes, the pools are going to come back absolutely spectacular, that's for sure. All the workmen are smiling at us. Look at the trenches. Look at that. See? Syria. Salaam alaikum. There we are, see? I speak a little bit of the lingo. There we are. On the Bahedbak. There we are. Right. I love them for letting us walk around. So, have a look at that. So they're putting in a new pathway, shall we say, over there, and a bridge, and there's more digging going on over there. They're totally transforming this hotel, or the pool area, that's for sure. Yeah. And then over this side is the adults only area. And guess what?
I'm not allowed.
They're doing that as well.
They're doing everything because, to be honest, the underneath that nylon Sherlock Holmes, as I said, was not really good looking. And as you understand, season to season, it had to be changed. Whereas now, it's a general replacement of that nylon Sherlock Holmes to the concrete in. It costs a lot of bits and bobs, or a couple of Uncle Bobs, but the result will cost it.
Yes, indeed. But the improvements, the finished event is going to be spectacular. And every pool is being done, you see. All the pools have been remodelled, all the pools have been stripped, and they're all going to be coated. I don't know what it's called, but I have seen it in previous pools. And of course, it's very, very hard wearing and non-slip, so when you're in the pool, it's very, very nice. Absolutely spectacular. Have a look at that.
It's actually the pooling constructions is going on. The pool, all the pools, whether it's small or big, they do the reconstruction of it. And it's a huge job to be done, by the way. Huge.
Absolutely spectacular, isn't it? Indeed. Wow. I really am looking forward to coming to see this when it's done, and then hopefully there'll be some management around, and then hopefully they can throw us out, because that's what makes the video.
And of course we're going to film it as well.
Yes, yes.
If they throw us out or not, it doesn't even matter. If they throw us from the door, we come back from the window.
We do, that's right. If you throw us out the front entrance, guess what? We'll come in the back entrance. There's just too many entrances for the security to guard. And then over there, the restaurant areas, well, they're having a bit of work, that's for sure. They're doing all the flooring, and they're doing something around the back, so I think they're doing some of the ceiling. So I think lots of people are going to see some massive changes when they come to the Olympic Lagoon Resort.
You know, I must say, me and you remind to myself to the cartoon which I grew up with, is two mice annoying the poor big cat. Yeah, two mice always trying to annoy that big cat. It's me and you.
Yes, we are very annoying people, as some people have mentioned. And guess what? We'll continue to annoy the life out of the world, because there is one or two people that do quite like us. Have a look at that. Wow. It's going to be a nice hotel. There's something going on there, see? They're reconstructing something out there as well. And look at that. Well, that's a lot of paint. So if you're looking for some paint, this could be the place to come, because that's a lot of paint. They are certainly intending to paint one or two bedrooms. That is for sure. You see me?
It was not enough to see the areas from that side where was just the railways, something like that. We just now wanted to go further down and further down. In such a case, we say, if I let you eat my one finger, you would eat whole hand.
Yes, well, you know what they say, curiosity killed the cat. And I understand that lots of people would like to see us killed, but it's not going to happen today. Have a look at that. So there's massive improvements going on in the restaurants, because they've been gutted, that's for sure. There's new glass facades going up everywhere. There's a lot of things going on. Like I said in the previous video, they're putting a new facade onto that restroom bar area. It's going to be spectacular. We're definitely going to come back here in a couple of months, Chrisivia, that's for sure. Right, there's a bit of yalla yalla music going on over there. Some of the workmen are entertaining themselves, and there'll be Tchotchke dancing. We understand that very shortly.
I
Subi?
think the hotel is going to be renovating another 2 to 3 months, actually. It may be open in April. We have to find out with the mayor.
I think, yes, we'll have to pop in and see the mayor. I'll pop in on Friday, I'll kick his door open, I'll sit down, I'll have a coffee with him, and I'm sure he will enlighten me and tell me what's going on. At the moment he's quite busy, by the way, because he is driving around in his rather nice black Mercedes. The boot is up and it's full of black tar macadam. He's got a whacker plate on the rear seat and a rake and a shovel, because he understands that it's about 50 euros a pothole, and there's quite a few in Paphos, so he's going to do very, very well indeed. And it's not that busy in Paphos, so what's wrong with doing a little bit of moonlighting, should we say? So, as you can see, that's where all the paint is. That is the main dining area, and there's a lot of workmen going on in there, and there's a lot of things going on, that's for sure. And look at that over there. That is the blue Mediterranean Sea. That's the kind of thing that takes your breath away. That's the kind of thing that, to be honest, it doesn't need to be improved, does it, Gracivi?
Yes, and the marriage place has gone. Mr. Paul, where we have to make our wedding reception?
Well, there's a bit of debate on that, isn't it? Because some people understand that in a couple of years' time, Miss Oching, Gracivi LaBouffe and myself are going to get married, and we're going to put it out to tender, I think is the word, to allow our family members to choose, so you can argue amongst yourselves. Dame Anne is very much in favour of Paphos, and then we've got Miss Julie, she mentioned Rhodes, we've got Andrew and Mart, they're mentioning Rhodes, so one of the Greek islands I think is where it's going to be. So what we want to do is you build little posses together, argue amongst yourselves, and the posse that comes up with the most votes, guess what? That's where we'll go and get married, and guess what? You can pay.
You're always very, very
Sneaky.
cheeky.
Sneaky. Right, let's take you back out to the blue Mediterranean Sea, because we understand the hotel is going to be spectacular. If you've stayed here before, you know that it's one of the best hotels in the whole of Paphos, that's for sure. And when it comes back, again, it's going to come back better, faster, stronger than Steve Austin, the Bionic Man, could ever have been. So don't forget to bring your Jamie Summers with you, because you're going to have a spectacular holiday in the downtown Paphos area, in the hotel known as the Olympic Lagoon. And in fact, it's such a smart hotel that they have installed smart signs all over the place. It tells you the time, the date, the temperature, and there's the humidity. So there you go, Miss Dawn, if you're watching, downtown Paphos, a couple of days from the end of January, 17.5 degrees. I'm in a t-shirt, and Gracivi LaBouffe is looking more beautiful than ever. Gracivi?
Thank you, Mr. Paul. But I now recognize somebody's Mercedes standing there and waiting for us. Is it yours?
It could be mine, yes, and you never know. Soon it might get replaced by a classic blue Mercedes.
Look at this, Mr.
What have you seen,
Paul?
Gracivi? What have you agreed?
Rain.
Oh my
Tomorrow,
goodness!
they say.
Oh my
They
goodness!
say the weather is going to change constantly. From tomorrow, every day, we're waiting for the rains. Let's say the prediction will come true.
Well, let's hope it doesn't rain, because we understand some people are getting on a big bird and coming down for a holiday, because they understand that, well, it's paradise, that is for sure. Time to say goodbye. Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, hit the like, click subscribe. Want to come back for a little bit more of our madness.
By the way, this is my favorite car. Not the model, but this very car. As it is, this girl never cheated on Mr. Paul, as another girl as well. And I would like to tell you many, many thanks for watching. I would like to tell you how much. The words are not enough to tell you how much we're loving you, and we're wishing you all the best in the world. Many, many kisses. And thank you again and again. And don't forget to come and see another of our madness.
Thanks for watching. And of course, if you want to watch the channel grow, if you want us to go to that special place, all you've got to do is go to our About page, click on the Buy Me a Coffee icon, well, send us a couple or two, and request that special hotel for you.
Bye.
There you go, the most beautiful woman in the world, getting into possibly one of the most beautiful cars in the world as well.
Thank you very
Thanks
much
for watching.
again. Thank you.